Hello everyone, welcome once again to another Power BI related tutorial. In this part, we are trying to create a simple inventory dashboard or a simple interactive dashboard to analyze inventory classification and do demand forecasting. We also have monthly demand trend for top 5 items here. We have sum of total sales value by different category like grocery, apparel, electronic, toys, home kitchen. Top 10 items, which are the top 10 items by annual demand. We have distribution of price per unit of these items, and we are checking if sum of total sales value is also proportional to that, and which we can see it is more in the case of these bins, which I will explain. We will build these simple interactive filters. You can see item wise performance, you can see category wise performance. Let's say for apparels, what is the overall performance, what are the top 10 items by annual demand, what is total annual units in demand and total sales amount for this particular category. So everything will be discussed in this tutorial. So the data set that we are going to use in this project is this ABCXYZ inventory classification data set. And in the data set we have 1000 unique items across 5 categories like electronic, grocery, apparel, home, kitchen and toys. This type of data set is ideal for supply chain analysis, demand forecasting and inventory optimization exercises. They have given item ID, item name, category and demand of different months: January, February, March, April and so on. Here in item name they were supposed to give data like this, like wireless headphone, winter jacket, etc. Like apparel can be winter jacket, electronics can be wireless headphone, etc. But somehow the data that they have given is like this: surface near, central him, etc. But we'll assume that these are the product names. In actual, when you will extract some actual data set from actual database, then obviously you are going to get the correct names. So what you can do is you can just download the CSV file from here. It will appear like this and then you can start analyzing. To analyze the data and to create a simple interactive dashboard, we will open Power BI desktop, and with Power BI desktop we will click on get data and text CSV file to connect it. Locate the file in your computer and just open it and it will start connecting. Here you can see we have all the columns properly uploaded. Here we have total sales value, price per unit, total annual units, and we have demands. So on the basis of this data we will try to create a simple interactive dashboard. Now just load the data. To get started we will add a simple text box here and we will just create a heading which will say inventory classification and demand forecasting. We will align it to center, select it and choose font size as 28, make it bold. After writing our heading we can select any font color here and we can make it like this. What we can do, we can also go to view and in view we can select a particular type of background, and then on the basis of what background we have we can select font color from the palette that we have. So we will go with this particular color here. Here in effects we can select shadow and visual border, and we can also go to visual border to select 12 pixel. So we have that here. Since it's a inventory classification and demand forecasting dataset, if you want you can try to include some images here representing your company's uh, logo or something that tells that this is inventory classification. We can go to insert tab and add image here. Since I will just select some asset from here, but later you can select anything that you would like to add here. For this, what we are going to do, we will simply place it just close to our heading, because this section is something that we are going to use for creating our slicers, this sidebar, for creating interactive slicers or paginations when we will need them. Here also we will use the effects, same effect, visual border, shadow, and we can select a 12 pixel for it as well. Now we have our dashboard first part ready. Now we will start creating some graphs here. Now let's see monthly demand trends for top items that we have. So let's create a simple line chart here, and we will make the width of this line chart half width here. And here in x-axis we are going to drag the item ID, and on y-axis we can give January demand, February demand, and so on. So I'm just putting 3 or 4 of them here. So let's say January, February, March, and April. This way you can put all 12 of them here. So with this chart you can see January demand is kind of declining for obviously different products, and for different items it is there. What we want to achieve here, that we want to show for top 5 products only. So here you can see item ID is all. We will go to top and filtering here, and let's say we will show top 5 by total sales value. So we have a total sales value here. We will put total sales value and apply the filter here. So these are the top 5 items and their demand, like their total demand in January, February, March, and April. It is given here, and similarly you can add more values here like May, June, July, etc. So this way you will be able to understand what is the monthly demand trend of this particular product. And we will simply go to general tab, title, and instead of this big title we will just write monthly demand trend for top 5 items. We'll make it bold. Let's select a simple color like this and align it to center. For this chart also we can go to effects, and in effects we can choose a visual border and shadow. For visual border we can select the 12 pixel as we have done for other charts or other elements here. This is monthly demand trend for top 5 items for 6 months. Since we have slicers here, what we can do, or an area for slicers, so we can use these filters. For example, we can add item ID or item name as a filter. We'll go to general settings, slicer settings, and show it as a drop down. For slicer header we will use the same font size like this, make it bold, yeah, increase its font size. And for slicer values we will select a different color. Let's select a color like this, just selecting so that we can add some variety. So now we have different items. Let's say you just want to see for 2 or 3 items, so you will be able to see their requirement. Okay, so on the basis of item ID as well. Now let's clear that. And for this also we will apply the same formatting. So we'll apply the same formatting here. Similarly we can also use item category as a filter. So if you want to see category wise what are the top 5 items and their monthly demand, so we will add category here. And now you can see, let's say for apparel, You will see monthly demand trend for top 5 items in top 6 months by item here. And here we can, I will pause the video and I will actually add everything here. As we have added category and now we have added all months, we can also add the item name here. So if someone wants to see item name wise, although these are weird names, but we can see item name wise as well. So all for all the products that belong to apparel category and item names, we have this value. So from here you can go and clear the selection. Now we can also create some cards here. So since we have this space of label, so I will add a card visual, and in this card visual I will simply show total annual sales. So this is showing us total annual units. So what I'm going to do is I will go to its setting, disable category label, value I will select at 25, title I will enable, and this is total annual units. So as per the demand, this is total annual units, and since it's a title, we will select the title like this, align it center, make it bold. We can increase its size, and here we can apply the same styling like we have applied here. Sometimes it changes the font size, which is annoying for me, and enable the title. Now we will copy this one more time, and here we will also do total sales. So total sales value. So here I will simply go to general tab, title, and we will write total sales amount. Next we will show total sales value by category. So we have different categories here. I will just copy this chart, and for obviously we have to remove a lot of it. So what I will do, I will just get rid of this and create a new chart. To show total sales value by category, I will choose a simple donut chart, and in the donut chart I will apply the same styling first of all. So I will use format printer, apply the same styling. We will put category as a legend here, and let's clear this. So we have now all the categories listed, and here in values we will put total sales value. So you can see as per the data in grocery, 85% of sales value is from the category grocery, right? And if you want to see if you just want to see everything other than grocery, then you can select other tabs and see that second is apparel. When you will select grocery only, it will be like this. Next we also have price per unit. So just between October demand and September demand, we have a column called price per unit, and we want to see how the price per unit is distributed. So to see its distribution, what we are going to do is we will simply open a stack column chart, and we are going to put a stack column chart here. And first I will show that without creating the bins, if we add price per unit here, and on y-axis we count how many different items do we have in each price unit, so you will see a chart like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I will just create a group for price unit. So click on these three dots and create a new group. Here bin size is 49, and we will say we want number of bins. Currently number of bins is 20. We say we only want 5 bins, like we want 5 different price groups between minimum value 2 and maximum value 1000, which will make every bin size equal to 200, let's say. So 0 to 200, 200 to 400, and so on. So we have now these bins which we will add in x-axis, and in a y-axis we will just add total number of columns that we have, or total number of items that we have. So this shows that most of the products, like 941 of them, okay, so we will rename count of items. So count of items in bin, price bin, in price bin 2 to 196 is around 941. Then for price item 401 and 2 we have 44 items, and for this 800 we have 15 items. We can copy this styling and apply it here. Now let's say we also want to show total sales value in these different price bins. So for that I will just change it to stacked column chart, and we also have line y axis. So we will just bring total sales value here. So this will bring total sales value. So you can see, although the number of products are more here, but the total sales value is actually more in the second bin, obviously because of the high price. And now we can change it to distribution of price per unit and total sales. So for the next chart we will use a clustered bar chart here, and I will just put the title for this will be total or top 10 items by annual demand. So for that what we are going to do, we will bring the item names on y axis here because it's a categorical field now, and for x axis we will bring total annual units because that is the demand. So it tells us that item called lay building, or however they have imported the item names. So these are the top 10 items by sum of total annual units or by annual demand. We'll go to title tab and just type top 10 items by annual demand here. In order to change these X label and Y label, what we can do, we can go to this part and just change it to total annual units. Next what we can do, we can simply apply the formatting that we applied here. So just one more time. Now actually these are all items, right? We have to show top 10 items. So we'll do the same thing once again. So here item name is all. We will do top n filtering, select top n or top 5, whatever you want to show here, and use total sum of total annual units and apply the filter. So this will start showing us top 10 items actually. Okay. If you want to show their values, so you have data labels, you can enable the data label. And here you have series all, position is auto. We can show it in inside end. You will be able to see those values as well. We can do one more thing. We can go to, we can select this, and we have bars here. So for bars we have this color. We will go to conditional formatting and rule, we will select gradient, and we will say if value is lower then show it with a lighter blue shade, higher values with a darker blue shade. So let's select that. So this way you will be able to see the, values like this. Obviously these values are very close to each other, that's why we are not able to see, or we may have done something wrong. So we have actually selected by count of item name. We actually have to show it by total annual units, and summarization we have to use this sum. Now it's okay. So these are top 10 items by annual demand. Somehow here category is not possible. So this is our simple dashboard part 1. So where we have done inventory classification and demand forecasting. In the second part, we will try to create supply or do supply chain analysis as well. And we will try to apply some DAX queries as well. Like if the demand is given like this, how can we create some calendar based filters here? So those things will be discussed in the next part. Thanks for watching the video and please follow the playlist to watch more videos.